So yesterday, 75 people were arrested for blocking the 110 freeway in Los Angeles. The 110 is a massive thoroughfare in Los Angeles. Apparently, it was blocked all the way, I kid you not, from like the 134 to the I-5. That's a crazy distance. And here is what that looked like. These are people who literally decided they were just going to sit in the middle of the freeway. Where the hell are the cops? Remove them. What do the police do for a living? Arrest them and remove them. You continue to do this stuff, and I promise you, there will be civilians who start taking matters into their own hands. Because it turns out that people have jobs to do, they have work to do, and things to do, and they don't need a bunch of morons stopping their day. Meanwhile, a group of Biden administration staffers calling for a ceasefire is now standing outside the White House, and they put out in candles the words ceasefire. Oh, that's so nice. None of them are calling for Hamas to surrender, of course. The Biden administration should fire all of them. Honest to God, you're the executive branch. If the executive branch of the government can't fire a bunch of staffers who are openly disobeying what the policy is supposed to be, what exactly is the executive branch good for? I've got a holiday gift idea that's sure to make you the hero of the season. Now, we all know the holidays can be a little bit hectic. The shopping, cooking, never-ending list of all the things to do. This is why you need the gift of Genucel skincare. From now until Christmas, Genucel's most popular package has a special discount just for my listeners at Genucel.com/Shapiro. Treat yourself and your loved ones to the absolute best skincare in the world. These troubling forehead wrinkles, fine lines, skin redness, sagging jawline, all that disappears right before your eyes with Genucel's most popular collection. Genucel promises immediate effect. You'll see results in less than 12 hours guaranteed or your money back. Plus, included in every most popular package is your free hyaluronic acid serum for skin hydration to restore that youthful appearance. Genucel has sent a ton of product to the office. People are loving it. Again, my family's been using Genucel products for like a decade at this point. You deserve to look and feel your best this holiday season. Head on over to Genucel.com/Shapiro and get this incredible holiday discount. Every order today is instantly upgraded to free express shipping. That's Genucel.com/Shapiro today. Again, Genucel.com/Shapiro to get started. What do green eggs in your holiday family dinner have in common? They need ham. You can get a spiral cut heritage pork masterpiece from Good Ranchers for free with any Good Ranchers subscription. That is a whopping $99 value you can get for free on your first order. Now listen, I'm going to have to take all your word for how good ham is. Never tasted it? Don't know. I hear from my producers, Savvy in particular, that ham is amazing, but you have to subscribe to any box and you'll get your free holiday ham included in any order. The subscription, by the way, is awesome. You get $25 off every order, a free gift in every third box, and free shipping on express delivery. Good Ranchers has something for every meat eater in your life. They've got award-winning boxes full of steakhouse quality American meat. They've sent boxes to all my producers. They can't stop talking about the quality of the steak and chicken. They also sent me kosher salmon from their wild-caught seafood box. Yes, I'm the sole recipient of their kosher beneficence. And I'll tell you, it was really good. The best part is knowing exactly where your meat comes from, a local American farm. Head on over to GoodRanchers.com. Subscribe today with code Shapiro. Claim your free limited stock holiday ham before those sell out. Act fast. The offer's not going to last forever. Head on over to GoodRanchers.com. Use code Shapiro when you subscribe. Get your free 10-pound holiday ham. Don't settle for that same old holiday fare. Elevate your feast with Good Ranchers this year. Good Ranchers is American meat delivered. Meanwhile, while all these people are calling for a ceasefire and suggesting a quote-unquote two-state solution, a new poll has emerged. This from the Palestinian Center for Policy and Survey Research, which is based in Ramallah, which of course is in Judea and Samaria, the West Bank. Quote, we asked the respondents what they thought of Hamas's decision to launch the October the 7th offensive, given its outcome so far. A vast majority said it was a correct decision. 72% of Palestinians overall liked the October 7th quote-unquote offensive. 82% in the West Bank and 57% in the Gaza Strip. That's an astonishing number. So remember, these are the moderates. These are the moderates. This notion that it was only in the Gaza Strip that radicalization had taken place because it was a quote-unquote open-air prison. Nope. It turns out that only 57% of people in the Gaza Strip are pro. Maybe that's because they feel the impact of when you declare a war and then get your asses kicked. But back in the West Bank, it turns out that you got an 82% approval rate for actual, honest-to-God, horrific terror attacks, including mass sexual assault. Those are the people Israel is supposed to be making concessions to, apparently. It's got to be, it just remains a source of enormous astonishment to any moral person, how anyone can be declaring a moral equivalence between these two sides. And the media continue to put the emphasis on this idea that the real problem here is that Netanyahu and the Israeli administration aren't pursuing a two-state solution. Again, I have to say, It is incredible to me how the media's initial response to evil terrorist assault is, but shouldn't we give the terrorists what they want? It's like Osama bin Laden hits the World Trade Centers. And he says, I want all American troops out of the Middle East. And our immediate response is, shouldn't we give him a listen? Maybe we should just remove our airbase in Saudi Arabia. Probably, I mean, bin Laden did say so. Like, what? Maybe we should give the Taliban more military aid. What? I don't understand. When people commit the worst human rights atrocities of all time, at least in the modern era, why are you then attempting to give them the thing that they want? And we know this is called appeasement, but it's appeasement at such an extraordinary level that it's almost beyond measure. And at least the policy of World War II, pre-World War II appeasement, was based not on military invasion with mass death. The annexation of the Sudetenland, for example, was a fairly bloodless annexation. And that was still appeasement, and it was still bad. Here, you're talking about appeasing a group that literally just performed a terrorist attack that is the worst attack on Jews since the Holocaust. And you're like, but shouldn't you give them the thing that they desire most? Shouldn't you try to make a deal with the Palestinian Authority? This is what the Biden administration is pushing. It's also what the Wall Street Journal non-editorial page is pushing. For those who don't know, the Wall Street Journal editorial page, very good. The Wall Street Journal news page, garbage. Absolute horse crap. Like further left than the New York Times, actually. So according to the Wall Street Journal, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is betting his political survival on opposing a Palestinian Authority role in post-war Gaza and blocking the emergence of any Palestinian state, a move that has put him directly at odds with President Biden. Support for Netanyahu and his right-wing government has tanked since October 7th. His response has been to double down on his opposition to a two-state solution of the sort envisioned by the Oslo Accords. So the idea here is that this is some sort of political maneuver by Netanyahu. But I'm just wondering, why? How? Do you think Benny Gantz is in favor of concessions to the Palestinian Authority these days? Again, a member of the opposition who's now in the unity government. In fact, you may notice, actually, that in the entirety of this article, there is no actual quote from Benny Gantz talking about a supposed two-state solution. In fact, the only people they can find to talk about the so-called two-state solution are the moronic left-wingers who created Oslo in the first place. People like Merav Michaeli, the leader of the Labor Party, which is not even represented in the Knesset right now because they have such a low count of seats. There is no Israeli support for Palestinian Authority control of Gaza. So what exactly, they're saying Netanyahu is doing this because he's, a right-wing extremist trying to politically maneuver. According to a new poll by Hebrew University in Jerusalem, 7% of Israelis agree that the Palestinian Authority should control Gaza. Why? Because the Palestinian Authority is a terror group. They actively pay terrorists. As part of Palestinian Authority law, if you kill a Jew, you are paid a stipend by Palestinian Authority. It's just, again, the West's unwillingness to look evil directly in the face and recognize what it is remains a source of great astonishment and should be consternation to those who have half a brain. Are you tired of the lies and the twists of the mainstream media talking points? Yeah, me too. Join me in my newest series, Fact, where I dismantle and bring truth to this tiring mainstream agenda.